If right now everything you own vanished, your money, your career, your reputation, your connections, what would you do? It's a frightening question. And yet, for some of us, that moment comes without warning. The day you wake up and realize you have nothing left can also be the day your life begins to change forever. A few years ago, I reached my own zero. I had no capital, no experience, no one to lean on. I was living in a small, damp room where the walls were so thin I could hear every conversation outside. Dinner was usually instant noodles with a single egg, and my wallet barely held a few dollars. It wasn't just about poverty, it was the loneliness, the uncertainty, the quiet fear that maybe this was it, that my life would stay stuck in this loop forever. I remember one particular night. The rain was pouring, leaking through the roof, soaking my thin blanket. I sat there staring at the ceiling, and a single thought echoed in my head. Is this where my story ends? Or is this where it begins? That question became the turning point. Here's the truth. There will never be a perfect time to start. Not when you have more money, not when you have more experience, not when life finally feels stable. The best time to start is when you have no choice but to start. With nothing in my pocket but determination, I launched my first project. I didn't wait for resources. I found them. I didn't wait for opportunities. I created them. At that time, I did everything myself. I searched for customers, designed products, packed the orders, delivered them, even wrote every post on social media. My office was a tiny table in my rented room. My marketing budget was zero. I'll never forget my first major failure. I launched a new product, poured all my hopes and energy into it, and not a single person bought it. The feeling was devastating. That night, I couldn't sleep. I replayed every decision in my head, wondering what I had done wrong. Was it the product, the pricing, or was it me? It would have been easy to quit right there, to say, I tried, it didn't work, and go back to an ordinary life. But something in me refused. Instead, I studied. I learned from my mistakes. I listened to customer feedback, researched my competitors, and adjusted my strategy. I told myself, if it didn't work this way, I'll try another, and another, until it does. That's when I discovered a simple but powerful cycle. Learn, do, adjust. Learn as much as you can. Do it. Take action, even imperfectly. Adjust. Improve based on feedback and results. I stopped chasing perfection before starting. I started chasing progress. And progress, over time, compounds. In those early days, I realized something crucial. People don't buy products, they buy trust. And trust is built long before money changes hands. So I started sharing knowledge for free. I posted tips, wrote articles, joined online communities, answered questions without expecting anything in return. I became someone people recognized, not as a salesperson, but as a problem solver. Eventually, I heard things like, if your name is on this project, I'm in. That was when I understood your personal brand is your most valuable currency. Years later, when the pandemic hit, the world stopped. Many businesses collapsed overnight. But I remembered what zero felt like, and I knew how to survive it. Instead of panicking, I pivoted. I moved all operations online, found products that people urgently needed during lockdown, and shifted my entire strategy to meet the new reality. That move didn't just save my business, it grew it. There's a saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I used to think I could do everything alone, but I learned that your environment shapes you more than you realize. I actively sought out people smarter and more experienced than me. I learned from them, asked questions, observed their habits. Being around people who constantly strive for more makes it impossible to stay still. Looking back, I thought success meant money, status, freedom, but now I realize the real reward is transformation, the growth, the resilience, the unshakable belief that you can handle anything life throws at you. Zero didn't just teach me how to build a business, it taught me how to rebuild myself. So here's my challenge for you. If you're at zero right now, don't see it as the end. See it as the clean page where you get to rewrite your life story. From the lowest point, you often have the clearest view of where you want to go. And sometimes the only way to rise is to start from the ground. Zero is not your limitation. Zero is your launch pad.